Here we are. Good morning to everyone watching the live stream, tuning in for the Nations Cup Cologne 2026. Very happy to have all of you with us. And we are looking ahead at 4 exciting days of wheelchair basketball. International teams from Canada, Spain, Germany, the Netherlands and Great Britain, prepare for their journeys to the World Cups, men's and women's. New variant this time for those who know the Nations Cup. We will have 4 women's and 4 men's teams this time. We'll all face off 4 long days of wheelchair basketball ahead, starting with a classic Canada against Great Britain, to the great nations of this sport. Facing off in just a few minutes' time. We'll have 4 games today. This won't be the first. Then the respective women's teams of Great Britain and Canada will face off later on. Both of the German teams will face their opponents, starting off with the starting 5 though. For Canada, Nikola Goncin, Garrett Ostapchuk, Louis Brandon, Colin Higgins, Tyler Miller, with head coach Matteo Ferriani. For Great Britain, Philip Pratt, Greg Warburton, Lee Manning, Jim Palmer, Oscar Knight under coach George Bates. Yeah, looking at the timer up at 1 minute and 40 until we get going in this one. Yeah, this is a very exciting matchup to start against. Just as a quick disclaimer, my native language is German, so should I make some mistake, I'll hope you forgive me, and I'll try to follow along in the live chat. Should there be any questions, just let me know, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Especially good morning to our viewers from Canada, who got up very bright and early this morning, as it is 4 a.m. over there on the other side of the pond. So we do hope that it will be worth for you to get up at this hour. Before we get started here, I can just go ahead and let you know the schedule. So all the times will be in German time. So 10 a.m., which is in just a few seconds time, Canada and Great Britain will kick off the Nations Cup 2026 at 12:30. Canada and Great Britain's women's teams will continue. Then later on at 3:30, Spain will face off against Germany for the men's division, and at 6 p.m., Netherlands versus Germany for the respective women's side. The latter 2 games will be commentated in German, just so you know. But for games without German competition, commentary will be and stay in English to give all our international visitors a chance to follow along. So we are looking set to go ahead here. Obviously, Canada in the white kits will start the game off from left to right. Great Britain in their traditional dark blue and white numbers from the left to the right. Our RBBL fans will recognize a few familiar faces on this court for both sides. See, for Great Britain, for Canada, Colin Higgins. And Jim Palmer respectively. On the other side has been in the German top division since 2016 for the Rhine River Rhinos. And here we are on the way for the Nations Cup Cologne 2026 as Great Britain get off to the better start, obviously winning the chip as expected. Lee Manning using his height there. Canada looking for an early answer. And starting Orford from outside with a 3. Obviously, all games will be 4 quarters of 10 minutes. Teams look to prepare for the upcoming World Championships in Canada. Canada, obviously, as host nations, one of the great nations of the sport, but have not won anything in 5x5 at least for a few years. Looking to get back on the form that they used to have a few years ago as Nick Gonching gets off to a hot start. Both sides not having missed so far. Great Britain, Pratt with a try from mid-range, and that one's good as well. It's another great pass and the first miss of the day. Britain the other way with Pratt. Left wing has a lot of space to have a look from outside, and that one's good as well. And these teams obviously have both started really well into this campaign. None of them wanting to take things slow or anything. This is hot right from the get-go. Canada miss their second attempt in a row, and Great Britain with the first chance to pull away. Long-time fans of the Nations Cup will remember their game against Germany last year, which Germany won in overtime. And Warburton with his first points of the day. Do Canada have an answer? First foul of the game. Phil Pratt having to put himself into the way.
Phil Pratt, first personal foul, first team foul.
Colin Higgins looks set to inbound. Heinz Gonsin with another try from beyond the arc, but that one comes out short as well. Early 6-point lead for the Brits. It's great play. Manning using his size there to find the open mid-range. That one does miss, so they are human after all. Team thought about it, thought otherwise, and that was a great decision. Great pass into the danger zone, and Osepchuk will convert. Cut the lead to 4. And GB the other way with Warburton. As a foul called.
Foul number 9. Colin Higgins. First personal foul, first team foul.
Colin Higgins with his first foul of the day. Obviously, the RBBL fans will recognize him playing for Lander, the German record champions, as Warburton puts up another one to extend the lead to 6. You don't shoot over Lee Manning. Collins with another look from outside. Gets it back after a good rebound. 9 on the shot clock. Wide open, gets closed out, and that one's short as well. Warburton has a look. It's a great rebound. Does land at Manning, and he uses those long arms to his advantage. And when he gets the ball in that area, there's nothing you can do there. Few players in the world who can match his size. As a foul called. Very much to the displeasure of Phil Pratt.
Phil Pratt, second personal foul.
There is our first sub of this tournament. Lee Melimek on the court for the Canadians.
Substitution, Great Britain off the court.
Obviously will be highly motivated to get back to winning ways at their home World Cup in Ottawa next month. Also one of the reasons why this tournament, the Nations Cup, is so popular within the wheelchair basketball world. It offers perfect preparation for those international championships for both the men and the women's teams this year. Higgins finds Gonsin, back to Higgins. His attempt from mid-range is good. And Canada cut the lead to 6. Higgins, WBC Male Athlete of the Year 2023 and inducted into the WBC Hall of Fame in 2025. So one of the big names for this national team. Warburton, not contested shot from mid-range. Does not quite hit the mark. Canada with a chance now to answer again. Higgins. Oh, that's a beautiful move. With the reverse layup and the first timeout of the game. And Canada's bench obviously very happy with the answer of their team to this early run from Great Britain. Both teams will have some things to talk about. I think Canada head coach Matteo Ferriani can be happy with how his team responded. But that was not the way they wanted to start those first 5 minutes today. But downfall. As it stands, nothing really to separate them. Game is back on the way. Great Britain with the chance to answer now. Of course, it's Warburton finding Manning with the one-handed lay, and that's not good this time. Glad to see a miss from him from there, but obviously looks tougher, looks tough. They shot with one hand. Ben Fox gets his personal foul today. That one misses. To be looking to make it quick on the fast break, but that's well defended from Canada, not letting Manning under the basket or anyone in dangerous positions. Fox with this fadeaway off the mark. Now Higgins down the left side. As Company finds Gonsin. His attempt from mid-range off as well. Warburton the other way. Wide open, and he's going to take that any day. But nothing to account for this time. Higgins now over to Gonsin. His fadeaways also off the mark. Both teams working on getting their percentage down today. That's a foul by Higgins. Second one already.
Canada, number 9. Colin Higgins, second personal foul, second team foul.
Needs to be careful. A lot of changes now for Great Britain.
Canada, 4 off the court, 15 on the court.
Oscar Knight and Simon Brown entering the pitch. Lee Manning gets his first break. Great play, wide open on the free throw line, and that one's off again. Oh, that's a very optimistic pass. A read via the 8th. I hope I pronounce his name right. If not, I apologize. Robertson again, obviously one of the most prominent figures of this Great Britain team. Fox now open, and he finally ends the scoring drought we've had for the last 3 minutes. 6-point lead back again. Against another foul called. Offensive foul. Britain will be happy about that.
Canada, number 8. Garrett Ostenschuk, first personal foul, first team foul.
Stepchuk with his first of the day.
Off the court in Canada, number 9 on the court, number 4 again.
And Higgins gets his first break today. Last 2 minutes of this first quarter of all of the games. We will have 16 in total. Another attempt from outside. Ben Fox mid-range is good. 3.5-point player. Making the most of the space Canada granted him there. That's aggressive defense by Warburton. Doesn't pay off, and that's half open look. Still a tough shot on one wheel, but converts it. Minute and 20 left on the clock. Warburton finds Fox on the other side. That's wide open again. Great pass. Defense is good, and we will have our first 2 free throws of the day. Oscar Knight getting hit on the arm there.
First personal foul, first team foul in Canada. Two shots for number 21, Great Britain of Canada.
First one's good. Second one. Does not miss. 8-point lead now. Long inbound, Great Britain now trying to hustle back. Lot of contact. Referees say play on, but do interrupt the game because Melly Mick has dropped 16 seconds. Miller to Ota. Warburton gets a hand on it. Do it out of there. 4 to shoot. Have to put it up soon now. Gonsin with the fadeaway, and that's a bit too long. Doesn't hit the rim, so no shot clock reset either. Doesn't matter because Great Britain tried to answer quickly. Fox, a lot of company under the basket and is stopped with a foul in the end. 5th foul for Canada this quarter with just about 36 seconds to go.
Second personal foul. 2 shots for Great Britain is number 33, Ben Fox.
Fox also not missing from the line. Another long inbound by Gonsin. The other end this time could pay off. A lot of space at first glance. Great hustle by Great Britain to get back, and shots good anyways. Still a 10-point lead. Shot clock's off in what looks like the last possession of this first quarter of many. Brown finds Warburton. It's down for Knight. Heavy contact behind the arc. Plays going on. Fox with an attempt, and he gets Britain back up by 10. And so this first quarter concludes 15-25 in favor of Great Britain to kick off our Nations Cup Cologne 2026 campaign here. A lot of physical contact. Great scoring, especially in the first few minutes. Slowed down a bit, but then picked back up towards the end of this quarter. Canada will have to look for an answer to somehow compete with this Great Britain side. Take a short break and be back with you in just a minute. And we are back underway. Second quarter of this opening game. Just saw the live stats. That's an easy turnover by Gonsin, but great hustle to get back and recover. So didn't cost them anything in the end. Ossien again. With a look from mid-range, and that one's a tough shot to make. But he does connect. Warburton trying to answer. No luck yet. 4 points for him so far today. Another look from behind the arc. This one's wide off. Robertson now once again. Thought about it, gets it back. All the way over to Fox, who is fouled on the attempt, and we have the first and one. Great vision there by Warburton to not take the shot himself, but instead find the open man, and Fox rewards him for that. His chance at a 3-point play.
Number 14. Tyler Miller, first personal foul.
And Fox, keen amputee footballer himself. There is no interruption. Game goes on. Ossien once again. This one's off the mark. Rebound collected by Melimik. Yatsi with his next 2 points. Pitchen once again trying to take advantage of Canada not being ready on defense, but Pratt decides to rebuild their offense. Gets it back. And Fox is in great form for mid-range so far today. Makes another one. So we have our second timeout of this first half of Game 1 of the Nations Cup Cologne 2026.
Timeout, Canada.
Seven and 50 to go. Great Britain once again deciding to press high, which gives Canada the opportunity for the long inbound. But nothing to show for there. There was a short open lane, but quickly recovered. And shots off the mark once again. Fox with a late reaction, but everything worked out. All now in Pratt's hands. Finds Knight under the basket. Oscar Knight, 3.5 points. Player. Another rushed attempt there. Had an open look, but just went that little bit rushed the shot a little. Pratt the other way. Need to shoot. That's another open look, and Simon Brown connects. 15-point lead now. Canada letting this game get away a little. Seen. Thought about it, has a lot of attention on him. Opens up the lane, but another great defensive effort from Pratt to get back there. Canada. And the substitution, Collins checking back in.
Off the court, number 15. And 10 on the court, number 14.
Kirill Sapatic joining him on the court. Sapatic, 1-point player for the Wildcats in Arizona. But that's a good defensive effort. Borbeck in the white jerseys. And a long inbound 1v1 for Higgins, but once again quick to get back, and there's foul called on Canada's number 11, Ibrahim Otza. His second one of the day. Otza thinks about it, and that's quite a bit short as well. Pratt again. Over to Bywater, connects on the double. $19 points the gap now. Canada do need an answer, and they need it quick. Maybe Collins has one in store. This aggressive defense by Great Britain is paying off so far. That's a great block by Warburton. Gets a hand on the shot attempt. That's a clear foul. By-Gonstein just reached his whole hand in there. Phil Pratt not happy about that. Asks why was that necessary?
Canada, number 4.
Bit of arguing going on there as well.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Phil Pratt nearly lost it there. Finds Knight. Gets it over to Terry Bywater. Finds Knight. His next 2 points. Basically a little chance to talk about the format of this tournament. We will have 3 days of basically group stage where every team will face off against everyone. So every team will play once every day. So after this, they will be done for the day. And then on the 4th day, on Sunday, we will have the placement matches. Every place will be played out, so we'll have one game between the 4th and the 3rd, and a game between 2nd and 1st. We'll face off once again for the finale then on the respective men and women's sides. So with just 3 group games, there will be with just 3 group games, there will be plenty of time to catch back up. But this first game will be fairly important, as it will determine probably whether they will go on to reach the final or not. Later, Germany facing off against Spain. This time out, 23-point lead now for Great Britain, who have found a way into this game brilliantly. Quick start, and then letting off a little bit. Canada not quite able to match their speed today. There is still plenty of time to get back into this one. But they do need an answer. Let's see if Matteo Ferriani's team has one in store. And if Great Britain can keep up this physicality that they've had for the first about 16 minutes played already. Not this time. Great Britain now the other way again. Bywater. Watson, 4 to shoot. Gets it out. To Bywater, connects once again. Terry Bywater, 4.5-point player, having a great start to his Nations Cup 2026. Off the bench and now 25 points to gap. It's to Higgins, just 3 to shoot. A lot of contests there, but there was a whistle just before the shot went off. There is an offensive foul, sorry. There is 2 substitutions, Palmer off and Phil Pratt as well. Checking into the game, Abdi Jama. And Lee Fryer, if I saw that correctly. Another attempt from behind the arc. Canada getting a bit desperate now. Not running their offense as concentrated as those first few attacks we saw today. Also giving them some room on defense. Abda with his first of the day, and he does not have a cold hand to start today. That one connects. Gap up to 27 now. Gonzine. Also off. And that's what I mentioned earlier. There's not that much movement going on anymore. Well, on the other side, ball is flowing very well, and Britain also resting players like Manning, who has not played for the last, I think, 15 minutes. Got a chance to pick it up again. Higgins. Open look, off again. Great Britain now calls a timeout of their own. Just over a minute and a half to go now in this first half. Great Britain looking to get back on track to winning ways, and obviously trying to use this as a preparation for the upcoming World Cup against the hosts Canada. And at 12:30 the women's teams will have a chance at redemption. Trying to obviously both win this tournament. For now they have to continue to get past Great Britain, who are looking to be a tough challenge so far. Up 27 by Water now. Has company over to Warburton. Has not missed a minute so far. Back to Bywater. Longer reach. Does pay out in this sport. And there's another 2 points to widen the gap to 29. Higgins has been a bit unlucky so far with his shooting. And now another connection for Canada with a little answer at least. Brandon Louis. His first 2 points of the game. Abda has been very good from mid-range from the right side today. Second attempt and second make today. Got back to 29. Seen back out Higgins now. Thought about the long three. Another open look for Louis. Misses on that one. Shot clock is off the last few seconds. Water finds Warburton. That's a difficult shot, but not for a veteran like Warburton. Widens the gap to 31 after an intense physical first half from Great Britain, who came out widely on top. Canada probably looking at damage limitation for their opening game of this 2026 Nations Cup campaign. We'll do a quick break of about 15 minutes. We'll have a quick look at the stats. Get yourself something to drink, maybe something for breakfast, and we'll be back with you in just a few minutes. See you then. Hello once again. We are back on the way. Second half, third quarter. In the opening game of the Nations Cup Cologne 2026. Happy to be with you here today. Great Britain with a way better start into the first game of the day. Starting the second half up 31 and already extending the lead 21-54. Pratt with a good pass to Knight, who's open in the danger zone. And that's an easy 2 points for him. Knight, the 3.5 point player from Kingsbridge in Great Britain. So the Plymouth Fusion in the U23 men's side. Senior debut just last year in 2025, but already some medals under his belt with a silver medal in Sarajevo, the European Championships last year. One European U23 gold medal and one bronze. So obviously someone to look out for, especially in those areas directly under the basket. Good attempt from Higgins beyond the arc. If you still remember the stats you saw, he's not been as successful as he would wish to be. 4 on the shot clock. Another mid-range attempt, and that one's off as well. As I said at the end of the first half, this one does look to be about damage limitation for Canada today. Great Britain does not want to miss Abdiama. His mid-range from baseline today being very, very dangerous. Number 10 from Liverpool. Canada with their first answer. Abdiama, also a familiar face for those RBBL fans, having played in Germany before. Fox finding Pratt. Have to look for an answer, and he has the vision to find Fox under the basket for the N1. Another chance at a 3-point play. Very much to the delight of Great Britain. And yeah, just having a look at those statistics, you can see how effective Fox has been today. 14 points now in 13 minutes. Higgins with the elbow of the backboard. That one counts. Some more points for him, and that's optimistic pass, and both teams now exchanging full court passes. Higgins looked to be open there, but that's great hustle from Knight and Pratt to get back in time. Oh, and Fox denied and very, very annoyed with himself. That one goes out of bounds, but that's great defensive hustle. Racing back to get a hand on it. But in the end, it's still possession Canada. 8 seconds to go. Higgins. And that's another misplaced pass by him. Lewis Edwards collects, goes all the way and finishes. This game does pick up pace now in the second half. Great Britain still with their aggressive defense, which is paying out brilliantly so far. Not letting up any easy shots. This one's contested as well, and they keep up the pace. Pratt, and gets Fox a little overeager there. Picks up the charge. Wanted to clear up the lane for Pratt to have an open layup. Just turn the ball over though. Referee's asking if there's a timeout, and there seems to be. It's another quick break. Damage limitation has not gone to plan so far. 36 points the gap still. I'm fairly optimistic myself, but I don't really see a way for Canada to get back into this one. But you never know. Wouldn't be the most outrageous thing we've ever seen in sports. We'll never get tired of talking about the Germany-Great Britain game of the Nations Cup last year, where Germany looked dead as well, but pulled off a great comeback to force overtime and then won the game against this Great Britain side. Didn't really help them in their placements in the end, as Germany ended the tournament in 7th. But this Great Britain team seems to have really matured ever since last year. Looking really strong. Higgins with the see, that's what I mean. There's no open looks for Canada so far, and that's obviously tiring as well. If you're trying all the time and there's just no results to pay for them. Great Britain, Lewis Edwards looking for a call there, says, hey, there was a lot of contact on the rims, but referee sticking with their line of play on. Higgins weaving through traffic. Gets it back. Higgins from beyond the arc again, and off the mark once more. Warburton slowing it down a little. Fox, tough shots. Over 2. Doesn't connect. Baseline attempt, shot clock running out. That one's off as well. Kevin A collects the rebound, protects it the other way. Warburton again. That one short. High press once again. Warburton gets a hand on it. Is not rewarded. Ball stays with Canada after short scramble. To put it up, shot clock down to 6, and that one's short again. Oh, that's a great move by Warburton to get Kevin A open in the dangerous area, twisting and turning and then making the pass. Obviously, you can't talk about this GB national team without talking about one of the best they've ever had, Greg Warburton, flag bearer at the 2012 Paralympics, sorry. Originally from Lancashire. List of accomplishments with the national team would take probably another live stream on its own. You can see how much his experience is helping his team. He's not the one scoring the points, but just directing the game, facilitating and finding the open teammate. 38 points between the two so far, as this is looking to be a dominant first display. Warburton with a look of its own, and that is what you call shooter's touch. Does fall at the end to extend the lead to 40 points. Great Britain, defending champions of the Nations Cup Cologne, looking to once again prove why they are one of the best in the world. It's never gonna say no to an open layup. Britain seem to be so successful that Canada is sort of, slowing down their efforts a little. That's an open look and a little bit to be happy about for Gerard Ostapchuk. Robertson wide open. We'll see now. And that's a little sloppy once again. Plays much better, not able to catch that one. Is heavily contested. 30 seconds to go in this third quarter. Warburton once again looking to find Pratt. Looks for Fox with a rare miss today. Britain's number 33. Last possession. Bolsine puts it up. Off again. That will conclude another dominant display. Probably the most dominant quarter we've seen so far, but I can't really blame Canada, who probably have shifted their focus to tomorrow's game. When we take a quick look at the schedule, obviously later on the women's team of these two countries will face off Canada tomorrow, opening the second day against Germany at 10 a.m. German time, which is 4 a.m. once again for most Canadians. So respect to any one of you from the other side of the pond joining us today. Thank you very much for being with us. And 10 to 21 in this third quarter, and just Britain's insane efficiency, 32 for 46, nearly 70%. And Canada is just lacking on this, nearly taking 11 less shots and less efficient as well. That speaks a language of its own. Great Britain tomorrow at 6 p.m. German time will face off against Spain, who starting to come into the arena today. You can see them on the bottom of the screen. Spain, Germany's first opponent of this tournament today at 3:30 German time. And to conclude day one, the Netherlands women's team will host the German women's team. Tip-off is today at 6. And Britain, another rotation. Warburton catching another breather. We are back underway. Canada with the first 2 points of the last quarter of game one. This 2026 edition Nations Cup. Terry Bywater using his size advantage there. It's still a difficult shot fading away. Harvey gets it out to Yama, who's fouled. We know how dangerous he's been from baseline today. One of the best one-point players in the world. Shown his class once again today.
First personal foul, first team foul. 2 shots for
Now on the line. First one is a miss. Their first missed free throw of the game so far. Makes the second one. Mohsin finds Blaise Matuer for his next 2 points. Gives us a chance to talk about the little plays in Spain for Gran Canaria. Originally from Toronto, 3.5 point player. Now Canada catching a little bit of a groove. Hiroi Moza, another 2 points, won't make a difference in the end result, but obviously everyone who has competed at any level, at any sport, knows that the way you finish a game is very important to morale and to the way you will approach the next one. So a win is obviously out of the picture for the Canadians, but they will still look to finish this one strong. and not miss layups, which could be easy 2 points and cost them a win later on in their games against Germany tomorrow and Spain on Saturday. Trying to cut their losses here. Bywater has a look from way beyond the arc. That one's off. Collect the rebound, but off again. Orsine, heavy contact again. Madouer. Back to Gonsi now. Size advantage. That one's off again. Kevin collects. Gets it to Edwards. Yama now. Bywater complaining a little, but nothing to write home about. Gonsin. His attempt's good. As we have a timeout called.
Timeout, Great Britain.
Great Britain using their 1 minute to discuss how they want to close this game out, because that's the same effect as they also want this game to end on a high note, because they do not want to win by over 40 points as it looks like and then still feel like they left effort on the table. Obviously star players being rested in the names of Manning and Warburton being the most prominent ones. Manning has not seen the floor since the first quarter. Six minutes 20 to go in game number 1. Great Britain looking to cruise home with a dominant victory over Canada. Oh man, that's something to be happy about. A great block by Lee Melimek. Alveyama. Gonsin has tried a lot from behind the arc, but also missed a lot. It's a great quick pass to Edwards, who thinks better of it. Decides to retry. Back out. Oh, it's a great move to get open, and with the help of the backboard. Up by 41 now. Sinchorza. This one's off again. Canada not really running any type of organized offense anymore. Yama pump fake. See you later and connect. Can be very happy with his performance today so far. He's talked about how important his faith is to him and to his professional career. Another one off the mark. Water gets it out. Another one from baseline. There's one's off as well. Seen twisting and turning Getting it to Ostapchuk. Misses. Bywater. Looking for anyone to find the lane. 7 seconds on the clock. That's a great ball. To Kavanagh.
Timeout, Canada.
Connects once more. And now Canada call a timeout of their own. Some last adjustments. Maybe try something out for the games tomorrow. Now you have the freedom to play around, to try stuff. To take this game once again. Maybe go on a little run of yourself just to see how that works out. Madwer gets it back, top of the key. Another 2 points for him on the score sheet. Manning now back on the floor for the last few minutes. Back with a bang. First 2 points, but now Canada quickly answering. This is just what I said, teams being aggressive again, trying some stuff out, and it pays off again. Madwer puts his body on the line for that one. Game goes on, Gonsin, Odza, and that's time running out, things getting hectic. Paying off for the defense in the end. Pratt finds Manning, has 2 for company. That's badly misplaced pass. Madwer not happy with their call, saying should be Canada's ball. Stuff to argue about. But in the end, Britain will put this one in. Pratt. So Ostapchuk, Kavanagh with a nice little floater. Kavanagh, 2.5 point player for Great Britain. Played wheelchair basketball ever since he was 14 years old. And his first Great Britain appearance for the U23 men's side at the European Championship 3 years ago in Madrid. 1 goal with the team. Originally from Stockport.
Canada number 11. Ibrahim Odza.
Chance now Yama open, and we know how dangerous he can be from those baseline positions. 11 points for him on the board now. Colagonsin, that one short. Philip Rudd, one of the best facilitators of this Britain team today. 11 assists for him on the board. That's a great ball. Ayama to find Kavanagh. Britain probably gonna stay short of the 100 points mark, but I don't think it'll bother them too much. Gosin off once again. Just 6 points for him today. In over 30 minutes. Not the display he was hoping for. .1 second separating shot and game clock. Otter with another 2 points. Great Britain with the last possession of game one today. After this one, there will be about an hour's break before we have a sort of rematch between the women's sides of the two respective nations, Canada and Great Britain. Will look to start their campaigns off with a win, obviously. This one concludes 47-92 from Canada's perspective. This is exactly the start the Brits were hoping for. A dominant display in game number one of this Nations Cup Cologne. Showing once again why they are favorites for every title they play for. 70% efficiency over an entire game. Canada, yeah, those 3 points attempts, 1 for 14, that really hurt them. And yeah, second quarter with 27-6. That will kill you, especially after being down 10 after the first quarter as well. But still, there are positives. There has been attacks that look good, hustle on the defense, but they will need to step this up if they want to play for a spot in the final tomorrow. Colin Higgins, top scorer with 9. Ben Fox with 18 on the other side. Terence Bywater 12 and Jam Abdi with 11. That will conclude our broadcast for game one. We'll have about an hour's break, and at 12:30 we'll be back with game two, Canada against Great Britain, the women. Stay tuned, enjoy your break. We'll see you again in an hour.